Hello, welcome to another episode of Tiny Nest. I'm Kiva.
And I'm Jake. This series is following our tiny house project from the early stages through to completion and beyond.
In this episode, we show how we test our propane water heater.
Alright, we're going to test the water heater. So this is an on-demand propane fired water heater. And what we've got here is a 12 volt power supply. This is my little lighting prototype setup here. But I've just tagged off of the 12 volt supply with a temporary hookup here to get power to the unit. We've finished the propane and checked all the fittings and made sure there's no leaks, and we've already actually tested the furnace, so we know the system is working. I checked the manual. There's no special instructions about the first time use or anything. It's basically just turning power onto the thing, make sure the propane is pressurized, and then it has a flow sensor, so we need to run water, minimum of, it says, a half a gallon per minute of flow to get the mechanism to sense it and then fire the burner to heat the water. So we'll turn on the power, turn on the water, and flow it and see if it fires up.
This is an Atwood on-demand water heater, and you can see the copper here. That's what transfers the heat from the flame to the water, and there's a little knob on the side here that's factory set to medium. We've got the gas, the water, and the power all on, and now it's just a matter of running the water through there and seeing if it fires up. Jake's inside opening up the valves, and I'm just standing out here waiting to see what happens.
Okay, I got the water into the hot system, and now I just need to flow it out of the tower head.
Am I going to be able to see anything?
Well, maybe. There might be flame, I don't know.
Okay.
Here you go.
Woo! There's flame!
Oh. It's warm.
Cool.
Oh, a big bucket of hot water now.
We should bath Ben.
Yeah. It's not that hot.
Well,
We'll have to play with the setting. And, we might actually be able to set it such that we just turn on the hot water valve when you take a shower.
right.
Like, it's just the right
Yeah.
amount.
Okay.
See, but then we might want it different for dishes and stuff, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, we're limited to how much heat it can deliver,
Yeah.
so.
I like a hot shower, man.
Alright, so the test was successful. The unit fired up properly and operated properly, and we didn't have any leaks on the hot water side of the system, so everything's looking good. We found that the water temperature was not particularly impressive. It's pretty moderate, lukewarm. But we realized that it's because the amount of flow that we're pumping through. We've basically got this garden hose hooked up, and we were just turning the valve full blast to, for testing purposes. So there's a massive amount of flow, way more than is going to be when we have a shower head or even the faucets and stuff. We won't be blasting the full force of a garden hose out of those fixtures. And so it's simple physics in terms of that. Like, there's a set amount of heat that the flame is pumping out, and if we're pumping lots of water through, it's going to get that amount of heat. But if we pump less water through, it's going to get that same amount of heat. So less water, same amount of heat means hotter water, basically. And we turned the valve down a bit to reduce the flow, and it got noticeably hotter. So we'll just have to play with it once we actually have the fixtures a bit more. But this test was successful for its purposes. We know that it works. We know sort of how it works. We got a sense of it. So pretty happy with that. And hopefully it's going to be good and work well when we're living in the house.
If you want to see some of our previous videos, click on the preview tiles. And subscribe if you want to follow our progress. You can also visit our website here. I'm gonna shut this off.
Okay.
It's beer time.